All right. What's going on, everybody? Elevation Nation Conversations. God Body Sean. Let's talk about it. Hit that like, share, subscribe button, drop a comment in the comment section. We got another one. I don't know when these niggas will learn. Stop simping. Stop posting all your shit online and all these long, heartfelt love stories, and then 5 years later, you wind up divorced. I knew this shit was gonna happen when I saw them posting stories a couple years ago about how much of a love story they have and how much in love they are and how they met, how long they've been together, 10 years. And they had a story where they were talking to Chance the Rapper, and he was saying how he saw her 16 years ago or some shit like that at a party at his mom's job, and she was lip syncing a Beyonce song or some shit. He said he fell in love at that moment and that time, and I guess 10 years later he said he knew he had his wife and he was about to dance with her because it was destiny and all that old lovey-dovey bullshit. I knew it was cap. Chance the Rapper looked like one of those dudes back in school that never had a girlfriend, couldn't get the females. The girls laughed at him, told him to get lost. He got lucky. He used his talent. He got a bag. He started getting some money. He got a little popularity, and he started dating a girl that rejected him at first. Or the first girl that would give him some action, that's the one he started dating and holding on to. I don't know what the point of marrying her was. They had been together for 16, I think. Well, no, they met 16 years ago, but they had been together 10 years, and then they got married like maybe 5 years ago. You already had her at that point. So what was the point in marrying her? There's no need to marry her. You're getting the goods, you got the girl, y'all doing y'all thing. Now you just signed your name on a dotted line, and now you're into a contract. But now she got you by the balls. So when they announced they were separating, 2 years ago or something like that, it was already a done deal. Shorty was out there doing her thing. He was probably out there doing his thing too, or whatever. And we knew it wasn't no coming back from that. That separation shit very, very rarely works. Once you separate, both parties start moving around and doing outside things and quote unquote finding their freedom or finding myself, as a lot of ladies like to think. They get to thinking that they have more options than they really, really do. So maybe it was Chance that said, all right, bitch, you want to separate, okay, find another chance. I don't think she really understands her real value in these real streets. She's not in a position where she's going to find another Chance the Rapper that's going to probably take care of her, provide for her like he does. So she'd have been better sitting her ass down somewhere and making it work with who she with. They have 2 kids, so I guess that's the new move now. Women get the kids, that's an automatic paycheck, that's a guaranteed paycheck. And now they can move around and live off the man's money and do what they really wanted to do in the first place. The way things are going in society now and the way things look now, there's no need for marriage. There's no use for marriage, really. Marriages really only benefit the woman. It benefits the man to the point where if they want to have, if they want to procreate, carry on their legacy, if they're doing something, if they have, if they're successful and, if they're building wealth and, for generations and things of that nature, and they have children to pass that on to and to continue their name and legacy. But other than that, marriage really don't benefit men. Nowadays, it seems like it's a tool for women to get in position to either have an easier life or have a life where someone supports them while they get their shit together to get into other ventures or other positions, a hypergamy tool. So I think a lot of women now are using the marriage as a hypergamy tool or a tool to sustain or get to a level and lifestyle they want to get to. They had stories going on saying that Chance and his wife's love story was some fantasy or fairy tale love story or something like that, where they talk about it in the article. I have to get the article and read it a little later, but it was just perfect. They met 16 years ago and he knew he was destined he was going to marry her, and the speech he gave at their wedding and all that. Nowadays, marriages last less than 6 years, 5 years nowadays. So I don't think there's no love in marriage anymore. It's basically a situationship. It's a contract. Mutual gain. Acculturated prostitutes. The women want a lifestyle, they want the money, they want to be taken care of, and the men just want access to sex when they need it. So I guess it's a trade-off. And it's basically temporarily. Oh, I love you today. I love you while things are good. Everything is going great. Yeah, we're okay. But when you have those valleys and you're going through those low points, or I don't like you today, or I don't like you this month, and I'm not really feeling you, that's when people start getting disrespectful, and the real them comes out when they start going through a little adversity or a little trials and tribulations. I can attest to that because I learned a hard lesson. I got married at 40 when I really shouldn't have been getting married. My son was grown and an adult. I was a single man, building my career, financially stable, credit good, working towards bigger goals. And I did the simp thing. I wound up getting married to a woman I didn't know. We didn't date long enough. We definitely weren't together long enough before we had a daughter. And I made some definite mistakes. Definitely not saying I was perfect in the marriage, but I can say I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, putting in the work, not being selfish, thinking of the family first, and was looking at building. I married someone that was not ready for marriage. I think a lot of women want the wedding, but they don't want the marriage. With marriage, it comes work. There are specific roles that everybody plays. There are positions. You can't do what you want, when you want, how you want. You have another person to answer to. For the most part, things have to benefit, or be productive for the unit. And a lot of times, these days, women, they just don't. They don't want to have any accountability to anyone. They don't want to answer to anyone. They don't want to discuss decisions. Everything is looked at as being controlling, or you just don't want me to do nothing, and you just it gets to be a fucking headache. It gets to be a damn headache. Is having access to some half-ass sex every now and then, is it really worth it? Because being honest, a lot of times in marriages, there are a lot of sexless marriages. They get to the point where now they having sex maybe once a month, if that. And people are kind of just staying together because what they say is cheaper to keep her. So they're staying together out of financial desperation, or no other choices, lack of other choices, because they don't want to. For the men, for the most part, they don't want to give up half of what they earned or what they made and what they built. A lot of times, women, they don't contribute very much, and they wind up having the windfall in the divorce. The courts are lenient towards them. They're stacked in their favor. They always have the option of choice to want to give them the kids, and men have to pay alimony and things of that nature. And the biggest excuse that women love to talk about and go with is, well, I put my career on hold so I can support you, and I didn't do this so I can support. That's a goddamn lie. Most of the times, no. Men do not tell women, we don't want you working. We just want you to stay home and take care of the kids, because they know what that can lead to. And a lot of men are not making money at that level to where they can afford that. Where a woman can just stay home and take care of the kids and do nothing, because the cost of living is so astronomical and ridiculous these days. So, but that's the line that a lot of women feed the narrative with, and they feed it to the courts and things of that nature. Well, I stayed home, and I put my career on hold for him. Bitch, you ain't have no career. When I met you, you were still trying to get a degree in a field that you couldn't get a fucking job in. Men are usually the majority breadwinners. They usually sacrifice for the family. They usually go out there and work till they fucking die, for a woman to sit back and say, now that I want to leave, or I'm not happy no more, or I'm bored, I want to go out there and see what's in the streets. Now we have to support their lifestyle. The time is coming soon where marriages are going to be fucking obsolete until they change the laws. Marriage is not a balanced institution in favor of both parties. It honestly doesn't even make sense anymore right now. But I don't know. When I saw this article about Chance and his wife getting married a couple years back, I was just like, my nigga, that's the wrong move. You've been with her all this time. Why fucking marry her now? Shit. That just gives her leverage over all your fucking finances for the long haul. Bad move. And too many times, a lot of these men sit around praising and holding these women up higher than themselves and putting them before them. And then the bitches get a big ass head and they thinking, oh, they the shit. There needs to be a balance. I think women need to understand and know that, no, it's me before you. If you're not caring for me and loving for me how I need to be and supporting me, it's not about you. And that's a big mistake. Once a man starts putting a woman before him, before himself, before his happiness, that's when shit goes wrong. I know. Trying to run and satisfy a woman, and they're never satisfiable. Trying to make sure everything is okay with them. They don't care about you, what you got going on. They don't give a fuck about you. It always leads to destruction or a bad outcome. So, I don't know, Chance. You walked into this one like I did. Shit, she got you, bro. But hey, you got money. I guess you can handle it. I guess it's nothing to you. She got those 2 beautiful daughters. Definitely stay in your kid's life, because she's gonna get custody and she's gonna hit your ass with child support. It's a done deal. So, I don't know what to tell you, bro. It's about to be a long road. And also, you have to keep in mind that this couple, they were separated for a short time. And, she was filing for divorce, I think, and then she recanted it. They reconciled. And then this dumbass has a second child with her. So basically, they were separated for a little while. They had one child. She wanted to separate. She probably wanted to find herself or whatever. She changed her mind. She saw she wasn't going to be able to get out there and get somebody earning on the level of Chance the Rapper. They got back together. Chance took her back, or they got back together, which what he shouldn't have done. And then he goes and have a second child with her. So now she knows she good. That just sealed the deal. That's her second paycheck. So now she knows she got him. She knows she got him. for half of everything for at least 18 years. I keep telling men, when you see that out, you got to take that out. Take that out and run. First of all, he should have never married her. They were together for almost, I think, 10 years before even being married. And then he felt, okay, I'm going to go ahead and marry her. That's all she was waiting on. Once you give him that ring, once you give him those kids, you give him that house and all that car and everything, oh, they're ready to step now. They got the retirement plan. So she was waiting on that. She got the retirement plan, and she broke out the door now. Sad situation. But these brothers gotta learn, man. These women don't love nobody but their damn self. They love their self even over their kids sometimes. And what's happening is women are looking at marriage as a retirement plan. Not as something they want to do for the right reason. A lot of times not because they love the man and want to build a family. But honestly speaking, they're looking at it as being saved, as someone coming to lift them up, get them on their feet so they can be set, and then they'll decide 5-6 years down the line if they really want to stay. So men, be careful what you're choosing and what you're picking. And if you don't have to get married, there really is no need to get married. Let me know what y'all think. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Elevation Nation Conversations, God Body Sean, speaking on marriage. What do you think? Is marriage a played out institution and it's ran its course? Should we do something new? Hit that like, share, subscribe button once again.